So, gentlemen, welcome to another Napoleon tutorial multiplayer battle. The map is the Sunken jungle, and it's one of my favorites, and it's a 3 versus 3 game. So, let me introduce the players. Here you got Gabis playing as Spain. He brought some gorillas for us. This is Otto from Unity Clan. He's playing as Prussia, and this is me. I'm also using Prussia, and I'm going to be the right wing. So let's talk about the plan. Sometimes you do plans before the game, and the only thing that you need is to see if those plans they are going to succeed. So our plan was simple, was the use of those gorillas, try to take and prepare the upcoming British forces. Speaking of British, let me introduce the players. We got Scroogie here playing as Great Britain. Actually, all of them they're Great Britain. This is Lendon. He's gonna be at the center, and here is Dachs. Oh, there he is, Dachs from 409 Legion, and he's gonna be the right wing. So our plan was simple. Take the use of the guerrillas, gather and make a defense line here with the Spanish army and a group of Prussians, and the rest of the Prussians from Otto meet me here and attack the British over here. There is one thing that, though Gabis is going to use his guerrillas helping us, he will have some problems versus Dachs upcoming British soldiers. He's letting him all this area wide open for Dachs Great Britain forces to attack, and he won't last very long against those upcoming British soldiers. So the thing is that we need to execute our plan with speed and precisement. So that was the plan, and I'm going to catch you to the chapter 2 where we're going to see the fight. So the battle will go like this. I'm approaching the streets. I'm going to meet those British soldiers. So I got one of my let's go freak-ups around, and I got 3 guards. So I'm going to charge the coal streams, and actually I'm going to try to make a huge mess here to the British line. You see, he's losing his micro. He's trying to save his light infantry, and I got my guards here shooting at them. Though I got some reinforcements here in the back, and I got the Prussian light infantry. Some foot infantry squares here from the British to try to save themselves from my let's go freak-ups. And at the same time, I'm gonna pause because we have action all over the battlefield. So this is an awkward situation because Otto, he's getting most of his army here, all his right flank inside the forest. The guerrillas did the job. This foot infantry is counting losses. There are 2 behind them, some phasers, etc., etc. And there is some British light foot here in a close formation, and they're going to probably shoot those guys of ours. There is 1 light infantry from Spain and 1 foot infantry, and the awkward thing is that the left excuse me, the left flank from Lendon is at the same line almost with the Prussian line. You see those King German Legion light foot? They're trying to shoot to my guys. They did some damage. I lost 12 men here, and the rest of the gang, the 3 foot infantry and the foot guards, they're gonna try to engage those upcoming dudes. Okay, we've played how many? 3 minutes? Yeah, 3 minutes. Meanwhile, back there, I'm trying to kill as many as I can with my calf. while I was busy at the other side, and now I will turn these light infantry units to meet this King German Legion Lightfoot. Meanwhile, Spanish Cav is coming. I'm still taking shots here from these dudes, but these good dudes, they are very tired and they're gonna get charged by this what's this? Cause Spanish Cav. At the same time, here at the left, you see that Spain is making a defensive perimeter and waiting for the Brits. Brits, they are coming, they are winded and very tired. They will take some minutes for them to get rested. Otherwise, it won't be wise to make a charge. So, my light infantry is here, ready for light infantry. They're active because I rest them a little bit. And I'm targeting the British Lightfoot, which they are fighting at the moment, the Spanish Cav over there. At the same time, we got a charge here from the King German Legion Light Dragoons to the Prussian General. It's Gerard from Blucher, yeah. Oh, we got the very best in Prussian General here. So, but I think that this King German Legion Dragoons, they're gonna die pretty soon. Meanwhile, I'm still holding here. I put one of my light infantry here to watch that bridge from the other side. The goal is only to watch and preserve that line, and I'm using my 3 light infantry here to shoot down that dude over there. But what's this? Those dudes, they don't have foot infantry rear cover, so I'm gonna send my Hussars. Hussars is an excellent unit for hunting down light infantry, and I'm gonna send them to kill those light infantry units. So we got some casualties here. The British, we all know that these guys, are the best infantry in the game, and they're engaging the Prussians over here. Though we got a good general, but yeah, they have a general here too, very close to them. So meanwhile, the light infantry is almost gone. Yeah, the first one, the second one is ready to go, and after I will do that, I will push my light infantry into the forest, and I will engage the costumes. We got some reinforcements. A King German Legion Light Dragoon came here to help and provide give an assistance. So this is me again. I got only 1 light infantry here. Watching those dudes, they suffered casualties. You see that these guys, they dropped to 24, 53, 78. That's a good unit here. But the other 2 in the middle, they suffered casualties. I still got 71 men, and it's not the light infantry fight that made those problems. It was my initial charges from the Cav. So, while keeping my Prussian light infantry, I can hold back this light infantry for a long period, unless if these guys, they will come around here, then there will be a problem for me. But with my guards around, then I could provide at least melee, not melee, morale to these guys. So the Brits, they're approaching. They still got very good defense lines here. They got fence bridges over there, costumes and foot guards. The costumes, the guards, they suffered casualties, so he will keep them in the rear. So Scroogie, he's gonna retreat a little bit. He thinks that he's gonna waste his units by closing his troops near to my flank. And let's see what's going on here. So another foot infantry has reinforcements. My light infantry, now they're shooting to this King German Legion Light Dragoons, and the rest of the gang, the 2 other units, they are targeting the costumes. I got the musketeer here to help, and I got 2 of my units here to provide cover to that unit over there. 20 men. I'm not going to retreat those units. I'm going to let them stay and fight, suffer casualties. I don't want to get hit in the rear, because I might lose some units, because running back and hitting the rear, it will provide what's the name? Damn, a stack. Anyway, fuck it. So now I'm going to retreat a little bit my lines because those foot infantry is closing too much, and I don't want to engage my light infantry in a very close battle with this foot infantry. So I'm going to send my musketeers. I'm going to tell these units to off fire tool mode because I don't want to shoot my own men in the back. I'm going to let those dudes, the musketeers, to engage the Brits. The coasters, they dropped to 21 men, and let's see what's going on here. So my Prussian ally suffered many casualties over here, so he had to took some units from here, and he had to reinforce this place. At the same time, oh damn it, I lost this. Okay, let me pause. At the same time, okay, this is what happened, and I lost it, and I'm truly sorry about this, guys. This is Lendon forces, okay, and there are some British troops around here. I'm not sure if these guys are Dachs or someone else. Probably these guys, they are from Dachs. And this is what happened here. They had to feed that flank because they was losing, so they took some units over there. They sent all the remaining British forces from Lendon inside the forest. Otto, he had to take some units from there because he lost most of his army over here, so he needed reinforcements. But at the same time, while Lendon was inside the forest and he was fighting the Prussian reinforcements, Gabis sent 2 of his fusiliers here to the rear of this British flank. At the same time, there's 1 foot back there which is fighting at the moment those fusiliers. The British foot has the advantage because they got sorry, so yeah, that's the right button. They got a tactical advantage here from the ground, and they have the upper hand versus that fight. But I think this unit is trying to make these soldiers to stay there and not advance and hit those guys in the rear. The thing is that a Coldstream guy with a King German Legion Lightfoot is coming uphill. So whatever happens here, it needs to be fast. Otherwise, those guys, they won't last long versus the upcoming and those British soldiers. So they need to take down the Lightfoot and the rest of the gang, and with the aid of the Prussian reinforcements, crush them, and then turn the battlefield to meet the upcoming British soldiers over there. Meanwhile, Scroogie's forces, Scroogie, he has to reinforce his ally over here because all the major battle was here at Lendon's side. Lendon was attacked by me from there, Otto's forces, and some Spanish units. Talking about Spain, let's see what Spain is doing. So Dachs, after he rested his men, and that was a good choice for him, while they're not rested 100%, these guys are very tired, he's engaging now the Spanish light infantry units. And also he's making a move with the 2-foot infantry here and a guard unit from the side. Actually, our Spanish ally now is he's going to get surrounded. So there are 2 options for Spain. Either is to make some shots here to those guys and retreat from there to here, and from there here and here. Otherwise, if Spain will stay there, they're going to be surrounded. So time is very crucial. You can see that we have played only 10 minutes in the game, or 9, and there's a huge stuff going on. I think from a tactical point of view, this is a really good game. Also, it's a brutal game. I like it because both teams are fighting to prevail. And
Sir, our general is under attack.
So a shot probably shot my general staff. 1 man from my bodyguards is gone. Rest in peace, man. And the thing here is that you see these fusiliers, they are losing morale because they're going to get surrounded. So this is This is a double trap. We trapped these guys, we killed most of them, but now our Spanish lines, they're ready to get trapped from this upcoming British forces. So the light infantry is ready to take action. They got a really good line of sight, but they're out now. These guys, they're out of the range. So the dragoons, probably they're ready to make a charge over there. And the rest of the gang, probably they will get themselves near the zone here, the tree zone, and they will try to shoot down our Spanish forces. So we got carved to our rear, we formed some square, the Spanish general is around, and guess what? Okay, let's see, guess what? That's nice, that's really good, because they're exhausted. The bad thing for these guys that they're exhausted, but they are taking a very good position here on this position. And also there is a danger that our general, this blue hair, he might get shot from the foot infantry. I'm not sure if Otto is aware of it, and I'm still not doing anything to my right flank. I'm waiting the right moment. So nice first volus here to the blue chair. He's going to retreat. He lost 6 men, but he saved his ass. So Spain is waiting the upcoming British forces, but they're going to retreat a little bit. The bad thing is that those Spanish soldiers now, they are surrounded, and that will have an affection to their morale, because when you have a surrounded army, your morale will drop. And also the Spanish general is not around, though the Walloons, where the Walloons are. The Walloons are not here, so there they are. One unit there, and okay, they are back there. But those guys, they don't have a good unit or general staff around them to inspire them, and they are going to get surrounded. The foot guards are counting losses. They are dropped to 67 men, but the British light foot is here and is engaging the Spanish troops. The light infantry is under heavy losses, so Spain needs to retreat from there. And I hope that Great Britain
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest awhile.
won't push hard enough so they can break these guys fast. So let's see what's going on here. We are gathering forces. Here's another double entrapment. It happened again. So those guys, they get themselves in the trap. There are 2 units versus 1. These costumes, they need to take action very fast, otherwise those dudes, they are doomed, because there are 1, 2, 3 units shooting at them, and they're gonna get into a cross-fighting volleys. So meanwhile, we got some upcoming British forces here trying to harass and kill my light infantry. There is dragoon. The dragoon, they're trying to kill my light infantry, so I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to order my musketeers to shoot the dragoons. Also, I'm going to form a square. At the same time, I'm engaging the remaining British troops over here. I took my light infantry out of the forest. There are 53 men, and I think I can handle the situation over here. And also, now it will be a very good time for me to get all my strong flank versus the 2 remaining British forces over here. I got 4, 5 units and a cav versus some light infantry and 2 regular foot infantry units. I can win the fight and without a cav. So a really good fight is happening here. The coast streams, now they are engaging Fusiliers and a Walloon. Yeah, it's a Walloon around here. It's not 2 Fusiliers. I think there are 2. Yeah, Walloons and Fusiliers. But Gabis is doing this thing. He placed them in the same line. So there are 2 units in the same line. They won't kill their own men. And there are 2 units versus 1. Though these guys, they are coast streams. I don't think that they will be able to kill those 2 units at the same
Our
time.
men are running, sir.
Are they gonna make a charge? Oh, this is bad. I don't think that they should make the charge. Yeah, they formed the square. I don't think that these guys can break them, and I'm very curious to see what will happen here. So, meanwhile, the Spanish flank is under heavy fire, but the good thing is that they are inside the trees. That will give them time. They're gonna lose eventually, but those trees are gonna give them time, and time is what we need. Okay, so here my guard flank, they're ready to engage the British forces over here. I'm gonna kill them pretty easily. And here's what's going on. The remaining troops, British troops, they're overwhelmed, and I don't think they're gonna make it alive. They have one only option. The option is to retreat. Those guys, they need to save themselves, retreat around here, and then to here or here, and try to join forces with the rest of the gang.
Our men are running, sir.
Over there. At the same time, our Spanish ally, he needs to retreat because he's taking heavy losses. His light infantry is almost gone, and those fencibles, they're going to melee that light infantry. So we got a foot guard unit. I'm not sure if those foot guards, they're gonna melee those Spanish volume guards, but I think the light infantry is in a deep trouble. Yeah, you see. So actually, Spain did their job. They've managed to. They've managed.
Unit is dead, sir.
All dead. They managed to stall these guys here, and they gave us time to win the fight in the center. Meanwhile, Scroogie is going to retreat. I'm gonna follow him. My men, they're winded, so as he is, they're exhausted, and I will try to shoot at his guys and kill whatever I can. So I'm gonna cut here because those guys, they're gonna retreat to this area, and they will try to join forces around here. They're gonna make a solid line, and we're gonna make the same here and there, and I'm gonna catch you later, guys. So here's what happened. So Scrooge and Dachs joined forces over there. Now we change the direction of the battlefield. I hold the right flank back there. Gabis with his Spain remaining forces, he's gonna hold the center, and Otto is gonna hold a second. He's gonna be mostly our left, but I still got some units around here. I left them just in case there was some hidden units back there from Great Britain, and I got a small garrison, so I'm gonna use them, and I'm gonna stretch them to send them to the far left side, and I will try to take this fort from that side. Meanwhile, all our forces now, they are approaching the remaining Great Britain forces. Some of his guys, the Wulu guys, probably they're out of ammunition, so they're going to be used as a meat shield, while the rest of the Spanish army is coming. He still got his general staff. I got one light infantry. These guys are losing morale because I got 4 guards approaching from the side, and also they're exhausted. Probably they lost some of his. Probably they lost the general staff, and I don't think that they're going to make it alive pretty soon. At the same time, Great Britain is countering our moves. Dachs is gonna send some troops around here. There's one of foot infantry. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, but they're under heavy losses from our light infantry. So the crucial thing is to get inside the forest, not in the open area, and trying to push from here. And from here, excuse me, and Great Britain is trying to push from this side. I got some reinforcements coming. My guards, from this side. I'm trying to walk them. They're tired, very tired. But here's what is going to happen. Great Britain turned those guys, and they're trying to cut us off. Now they're gonna split us in two. The right flank and the left flank. That's a good move from Great Britain. And Great Britain is going to engage the far left to our... their far right to our far left. Though got some units there. I'm not going to open fire with these guys. I'm going to just place them behind those Russian light infantry. It's not mine, it's Otto's, and I'm going to switch them to off fire rule mode because I don't want to hit my Otto's forces in the back. Meanwhile, another good move here from those cove streams and the fencibles is that they are trying to push this Prussian units here back into the trees. With that move, they accomplished the maneuvering of splitting us in two. Now that we had the upper hand, with that move they managed to cut us off. But the thing is that these guys, they need to be fast. They need to take that flank out as fast as they can. Try to hold these guys before getting up in the hill, because I got 4 guards, and it's not easy to withstand 4 guards with foot infantry, fencible, nothing much over here. The bad thing for me is that my guys are very tight, so I can't really run to get myself up there. So time is then, it's here again, very crucial. So let's see what's going on here. The foot guards. Otto still got some foot guards around here, but there are the British foot guards also here. We got the British fencibles try to charge these guys. They're getting shot, but this will give time to those British foot guards to shoot upon us. We got the boost morale from Blue Hair. I'm gonna keep one on musketeer here to keep an eye to anything comes out from that side. I got my foot guards. You see, I'm not firing because if I had my open fire, I was going to shoot his Otto's forces into the back. Meanwhile, these guys, they are making an attempt here to hold us back here. The 20 Coldstreams, they're exhausted, but I think they can handle those upcoming Fusiliers. They're 51 in the number. Fencibles, foot infantry, some light foot coming here to help. So Great Britain is approaching, and they're trying to finish the work. The light foot is engaging and they're exhausted. We're gonna see a melee fight here, light infantry versus light infantry. This is gonna be very good. So I thought, okay, let's try to overflank these guys, but Dachs saw that move and he's dispatching 100 foot infantry here to meet my 67 musketeers. The British general is so close by, and that will inspire them. The foot guys are also very close, and you see, that was a bad move from my part.
We've killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
It seems to me a very good move, but now I'm gonna suffer casualties. Also, the run button didn't work, so these guys are walking, and for that reason they're gonna get punished from the Great Britain forces. So meanwhile, here we are taking the ground, the hill, we are winning the fight. My guards are advancing. There is 1 foot infantry, and probably they're gonna run out of here and they're gonna meet their forces around here. These guys, they're holding pretty good. and I have my food guards around, so there's no worries
One of our
about
units has used
what's
all
going
its
to happen
ammunition,
here,
sir.
because there's one light infantry there, three light infantry units, and now my guards that heading from the side. Their goal is to surround those British light foot, shoot them in the back, cause them low morale affection because they are guards, and I will keep my guard here to help these guys. Actually, we're holding pretty good. Maybe some of these British forces, they're out of ammunition, especially the guards, the foot guards. They dropped to 45 men. They are milling these musketeers, and probably this King James light foot is out of ammo as well. And here is the another foot infantry which they came from that side, but they don't have time. There's a Spanish soldiers that are coming. I got two of mine in the rear guards and another two guards coming from the other side. I'm holding the passage here with one musketeers. They will be able to hold as long as it needs from that foot infantry, but these guys, I don't think they're gonna come from here. And here I'm gonna pick target. I'm gonna shoot down these foot guards. Nice volleys here from my foot guards, 112 men. They're gonna finish the job.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
So that was it. That was the game. Actually, we won. The British forces, they're surrounded, and this is a good way to see that you don't need Ottoman Empire to win in a map like this. Though Ottomans, they can do the difference, but when you try and play without Ottomans in those hit maps, then you can find some new good strategies. And I think we did good against three very good players. And this is the last fight of this battle. Is general versus general. This general is mine. 17 men versus these guys. This is gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna form a square, but I'm not going to open fire. I'm not going to open fire because if I do so, they're gonna shoot my own men, and because the game is already won, you see, I wanted to counter my general balls against the British general. So that was the game. Thank you, Gabis, for giving me this replay. I totally forgot it. And thank you all for watching. Ciao amigos, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This is my last game for this year, and we'll see how it goes next year. So thank you all. Bye bye.